Good afternoon and welcome back to the Jayhawks Dynasty here in episode 36 as we possibly have the biggest matchup in the history of this series. Out of every season we've played so far, we now take on the Texas Longhorns, who find themselves ranked number 5 in the country right now, with the only loss coming to a very strong number 2 Oklahoma team who has continued to play at an amazing level, undefeated in conference play and overall record-wise. But the Longhorns still have a chance to upset the Sooners if they get to the conference championship, or if Oklahoma loses throughout the season, as the Longhorns could overtake them in the rankings. As for the Jayhawks, though, Coach Smemes and the team have struggled against ranked opponents. So far, they are 2 of 7, with their last ranked team being against Oklahoma, who whooped them in a very tight matchup that came down to the wire, but eventually came down to an Oklahoma win. And before that, Arizona State, a team that has since fallen out of the rankings, took advantage of this young team in the beginning of the season, and now we will get to see how they will come out of here in Texas's stadium with adversity on their backs, as Trevor Cardell opens the day with an 8-yard catch. Conrad Hawley, he hasn't had this much pressure on him in a long time. Can he do something with it? And can he get the momentum on the side of the Jayhawks, as an early first down is a great way to start the day. Now a 1st and 10 after that Devin Neal run. Hawley wants to throw again, and he finds Luke Grimm. So a couple productive plays back to back to back. That one would go for 14 yards on the first catch of the day for Grimm, but now it's a 3rd and 12. Hawley does have a double back set. He's got Higgins and Neal. He wants to throw it this time and goes outside, and it's overthrown. Jahdae Barron with the deflection there. He did have a man open on that stop route. Luke Grimm once again was the target, but instead Hudson Card and this Longhorns offense will hop out onto the field as they get it on the outside to Bijan Robinson, who's finally brought down, and he fumbles it, but it's recovered by the receiver there. And Robinson is going to be a force to reckon with. He is finally in his final year of eligibility in college, but as we all know, he has been a Heisman candidate every year in real life and in this simulation. 23 yards on that catch there as this Texas offense moves swiftly down the field. This time Card would go to Robinson, and a great chop block on the outside gets him an open touchdown lane. 27 yards on that one. 3rd and 9 on the next Jayhawks possession, looking to avoid a 3-and-out. We try our best to avoid those so many times, and they just barely get that in there. Tristan Golightly, 14 yards on his excellent season so far. And Hawley now kind of having the momentum against him already. 2nd and 7. He wants to throw this time. Fires downfield, and Grimm on a nice double move downfield is able to get 29 yards. So that would bring us to a 2nd and goal. Longhorns still up by 7. Hawley looking to throw, and he's intercepted at around the 5-yard line. Falling out of bounds as the cornerback, in just a beautiful read on that one, as we get down to under 2 minutes now in this quarter. And on 2nd and 8, it's going to be Robinson again, and as you can expect, this offensive line dominates a very underperforming defensive line for this Jayhawks. They've had their moments this year, but compared to last year, the sacks have been drastically down, as you'll see a screen play to Robinson, read perfectly, but Tywan Berryhill just outruns them on the left side, and Robinson has an easy time cutting back for 16 yards. So now they're at a 2nd and 11 with less than a minute left, and it's going to be caught. Romello Dotson had an excellent chance of that interception, but instead they come up with the first down. Now 2nd and 2 for Card. He's going to fire again. This one goes to Whittington, who hurdles a man, and Jordan Whittington down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Longhorns. Card again. This time it's a read option. He spins out of the tackle, and he fumbles it at the 1. They are going to call it a touchdown. Marcus Washington picks up the fumble as he is quick on his feet, and they call it a touchdown there. Apparently he crossed the goal line just enough to get that one through the threshold. Now a 3rd and 9 on the next possession. Hawley looking downfield, and he just gets smothered right down the middle. That's an 8-yard loss, and a 1st and 10 for the Longhorns, looking to extend this lead. They've got Whittington on the screen. Falling down is Edwin White Schultz. allowing him to get the outside and an 18-yard gain. So we're still in the second quarter, a little over 6 minutes remain. Card's going to give it to the other Robinson. He's going to get a lot of yards on that one, about 15 down to the 6-yard line. Keelan Robinson. They are set up nicely once Bijan Robinson departures from this team, as this time Card is able to waltz right into the end zone, throwing a man off of him, and the Longhorns lead extends to 21. Now 2nd and 10. Hawley firing down the middle of the field, intercepted for the second time already in this first half. That one was the linebacker this time, Johnson, and Card and company get another opportunity. Now a chance to extend it to a 4-touchdown lead as they get it on the outside, and a missed tackle allows the big receiver to rumble downfield down inside the red zone, and a 3rd and goal on that same drive. 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. Card wants to take it himself. Wheeler lights him up on that right run right there, and they would settle for a field goal. Finally, something positive to say for this Jayhawks team, as the score will now only be 24 instead of 28. Still a big deficit to overcome, obviously, with still only 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter, as Devin Neal starts the drive off right. Only 28 yards on 12 rushes so far, but on a 4th and 1, he needs this one, and he's going to get it on that one. 3 yards out of needed 1. And that's an easy first down there for this Jayhawks. Maybe that can create some momentum on 1st and 10. Hawley is intercepted again. Back-to-back interceptions as Ford, the linebacker, returns this one about 10 yards back to the line of scrimmage, and the Longhorns right before halftime. A minute and a half remains as they have another opportunity to score, and Card's got everything free in front of him, breaking a few tackles for 21 yards. And a 2nd and goal now for this Longhorns offense. Card in the shotgun. Looks like he might want to give this one to Robinson as a man goes in motion. He does just that. Robinson pushes a man off of him, but he's going to get called for 1 yard there and not a touchdown. Very close, though. 3rd and goal now for the Longhorns. Less than a minute remaining in the second quarter. They're going to give it to Robinson again, and he gets stuffed. So will they settle for a field goal? It appears they will. Taking no chances here, just getting as many points as they're guaranteed, and that is up and good. And we will go into this next half down 27 points against the 5th-ranked team in the nation. The Longhorns are living up to the hype, as the Jayhawks have just looked just amazed and terribly outmatched in this game, as Xavier Worthy on a 28-yard catch and run wide open in the secondary. Nobody even picked him up. Now a 2nd and 13 for Card and company. This time it's a screen to Robinson. He's got some blocking on the outside. A great little hit right there. A hip check by the lineman, and that one frees him up for 24 yards. And there they go, down to the goal line again. 2nd and goal. We've stopped them 2 times. Can we stop them again? This time Robinson, spin move, brought down for a loss of 2. Nice job by the team to rally around that one. Let's see what they can do here on 3rd and goal. Card out of the shotgun, but he does have Robinson. He keeps it himself this time. Nowhere to go. Romello Dotson making some plays in this game. And once again, the Longhorns settle for a short field goal. 2 for 2 so far today. Both of them within 10 yards or within the 10-yard line mark. And that time it goes right through again. So a 30-point deficit with a little over 5 minutes remaining in this third quarter is what the Jayhawks face. Hawley on 2nd and 10 wants to throw, and he's just lit up as he lets go of that one. Not a single touchdown today for this team, not even a field goal, as we had our opportunity earlier, but we're just not able to come through in the clutch as we sling it downfield. Broken up by Ademora. He had the interception earlier in the secondary, and now he's making plays by deflecting that deep pass down. And Jordan Whittington on the outside is brought down by Trey Staley, or excuse me, that's Marcus Washington. Haven't seen him carry it like that. Usually it's Whittington on the ground. But a 3rd and 9 for Card and company, and you've got to expect this Jayhawks team to go all out. But just like that, Sanders gets open. Not much they could do there. Jatavion Sanders with his second catch of the day. This one goes for big yardage as well, as Card continues this drive, giving it to Keelan Robinson. Open field on the left side. Nobody there to get him. Chasing his man down is Mayberry, and he's going to force him into the end zone. 39 yards on the play, and 37-0. All you got to do at this point is try and put something on the board, as Devin Neal gets hit for a loss of 3 on third down, and now they punt it right back to the Longhorns, looking for a stop. Just some pride here. Bijan Robinson on the right side, looking to break a tackle. He does just that, and he's got 15 on the play. I believe that was Jonquay Lewis bringing him down. Now we're at the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Hudson Card remains in the pocket. Nobody's taking him out just yet, but if he's going to take hits like that for 9-yard losses, you might look at taking him out of this game, considering how much you're up by. 37-0, and none of the starters have been pulled. And on a 3rd and 20, Card wanted the screen. Nobody was there, and he's going to lose 11 on another big sack. So final 38 seconds of this third quarter as the Jayhawks look to go outside, and Grimm makes an excellent leaping catch in the air there. That one would lead us into the fourth quarter as we're down the field now. On a 2nd and 1, Devin Neal is able to get 8 yards. He finally breaks free on this one. He has been bottled up all day long, and as you can see, we have over less than half of the yards they have today as Conrad Hawley is sacked. And a 3rd and 12 upcoming. That was Myron Warren on the sack, the excellent lineman. Hawley now on 3rd and 12, looking to throw, firing. Got Luke Grimm, who falls down at the 1, 15 yards on the play. And a 3rd and goal. Hawley, play action, looking to throw. Got his man, Huggins, for a 1-yard touchdown. Not much to celebrate there as we get into the 5-minute below mark of this fourth quarter. Hudson Card on 3rd and 10. They do a screenplay, looking to avoid injuries. Bijan Robinson running through people and finally muscled down after 34 yards into the red zone. They don't even have to try to get yards on us. They just throw it or run it, and the offensive line does it all for him. A Card on a play action, fires outside. Xavier Worthy, 17 yards on the play, and 44-7 is the score now with 4 minutes and below remaining in this game. Hawley on a 3rd and 5, fires to Golightly, a dangerous pass there, but that one's 7 yards. And you love to see that Conrad Hawley has not lost his confidence. Despite the terrible game, despite the multiple interceptions, he has come out in this final quarter playing with some dignity and finally getting this team moving downfield despite it not meaning much in the score of this game, but it's better than nothing. On a 3rd and 7, though, Hawley rolling out. Looks like he wants to throw it on the run, but he keeps it himself and he breaks outside. 11 yards and a first down there. And that would get us into the red zone again here. On a 3rd and goal, we sit now. Minute 23 remaining as Devin Neal basically punishes this Texas team for sleeping on us in this fourth quarter. We do get our second touchdown, went for 2 for whatever reason, and we got it. And Hudson Card on an option play late in the game. Jordan Whittington into the open field, and they are just rubbing it in our face here that they can score at will. 39 yards. Final score would be 51-15. As once again, head coach Smemes and this Jayhawks team does not deliver in possibly the biggest game they've ever played so far through these 3 seasons. A chance to upset a top 5 team and to take the second spot in the Big 12 rankings is mustered away by a massive blowout loss. That the only points they got all day long came in garbage time as the Jayhawks fall to the Longhorns 51. As I said earlier, probably the most disappointing way we could go out in this game is getting blown out. We definitely did that. 19 of 42 on the day for Conrad Hawley, so he threw it a lot. 207 yards. I'm kind of surprised he actually eclipsed 200. 1 touchdown on the day, 4 interceptions finishing out for him. 3 of those in the first half. All 3 of them setting up easy touchdown drives for this prolific Longhorns offense. Devin Neal, 22 for 62 and a touchdown. He did just about everything he could with how poor our offensive line played. He only had 2.8 yards per carry. Conrad Hawley did get sacked a lot, and he had 1 rushing fumble, but we were able to recover it, so that didn't have too much impact on the game. Luke Grimm, 5 for 97. He's going to get his yards. He's going to get his catches no matter what. Trevor Cardell, 4 for 32. And Will Huggins had the sole touchdown, passing touchdown of the day at least, with that one catch late in the fourth quarter. Defensively, could have been better, obviously. We had a few sacks. We had a few tackle for losses. Nothing too special there. And Jacob Borsia didn't have a single field goal attempt. Only had to attempt one extra point. And other than that, there's really not much else that went on this week. We didn't have new recruits. We didn't have really too much happen across the nation as far as games or any standings shifts. So that's where we're going to end this episode off. A really disappointing way to end this episode as we came into this very optimistic, and we already are hoping to go into next week and win that game against Oklahoma State, but we'll have to see what happens as we head back to Kansas, hoping for our final home game of the year to be a good one and an excellent way to send the seniors off, clinching a bowl game and getting another win in this record. As far as this episode goes, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe and comment down your predictions for the score of next week's game as we take on the Oklahoma State Cowboys.